And the fear of future and the fear of unknown, what makes me care, what keeps me alive, and what made me to pursue. Let it be acting, let it be films, let it be politics. As an actor, it is my livelihood. Politics is for my country. It's for my nation. So as you are getting into it, maybe a lot of people would ask me, like, on what people might sometimes, they have a different opinion about me. Maybe I never told till now. What is my fundamental framework of functioning? The physical and emotional, spiritual framework of mine. I never shared it with anyone till today. Maybe first time, you compel me. You compel me to say this. And I'm glad that I'm saying it today. So by the end of this session, I would be glad if I had lived up to the expectation which you're expecting out of me, the kind of which I could reach up to your expectation. I hope I reach out. For me, to succeed in our life, in our line of profession, I always had a purpose, aim, and justification, and more important, and the means to achieve it. I have developed a very clear-cut system of rules and principles for the goals I have kept, and the profession I have chosen, and the life I want to lead. It is based on ancient, our scriptures, to put a check and minimize, or to an extent to cut down. It is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsyaram. For my Sri Lankan and Bangladeshi friends to make you understand, it is a lust, wrath, greed, infatuation, pride, and envy. I want to put a check on, minimize on this, because entire humanity, entire humans, lack of control on these things. The six core nature of our nature, elements of our nature, this is where we had to put a check on it and to minimize it to succeed. And this is one. And second one is from Gandhiji, politics without principle, wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, knowledge without character, and commerce without morality, science without humanity, and worship without sacrifice. This is what my fundamental framework, I based on this. So within this kind of framework, I was thinking how much it is really possible to base on this, to be based on this framework and to move forward and to succeed, or to make a livelihood. It's quite difficult for me. And I was searching for answers in my life. I was truly searching for answers. I don't know how to be successful. I don't know what to achieve. I never had the regular education like you, because I was bored going to schools and colleges. I taught myself. And I went to school. The questions I had, my teachers couldn't answer. So I came out, one day I told my parents, I said, I'm not going to study anymore because I'm not interested in the regular school curriculum. So I walked out and I pursued different kinds of learning. Let it be music, let it be philosophy, let it be logic and reasoning, let it be ethics. And I buried myself in books, in search of answers, in search of to have a quality life, to have a better thinking, to be successful. But by the end of few years, by the age of 22, 23, I ended up as a completely lost out. I don't know what I was doing with my life. And I was dependent on my family for my pocket money to buy books, not for smoking or drugs or not for drinks. But still I didn't like it to be a dependent on my family members. So then it dawned on me, I should do something with my life. I have to make a livelihood. But whatever qualification I had, it's not very unconventional. So I don't know what to do. So finally, I I was thinking, I was praying universe. I said, give me an opportunity. I don't know what to do with my life. So the reason is, why I'm saying it is, you're all prepared. You're all getting prepared, being prepared. You're under the preparation. Some of you had prepared, are venturing out into life. Now an opportunity knocks on your door. And that opportunity which knocks on your door might not be up to your liking, might not be up to the expectation of yours. The same way, for me also, the kind of opportunity I was looking for and what knocked on my door was two different things. And cinema knocked on my door. And I always was a very scary guy. I never ventured out of my room. Always I was in the learning process. I was scared. Even to come out of my room, a few guests were there, and I used to run away. And from there, life made me, compelled me to face lakhs of people and be confident and to be what you want to be. This all happened that one opportunity. And the opportunity which I wanted, it was not cinema, even if I wanted to do cinema. It is not of my choice. I didn't like my first film. I didn't like that opportunity at all. My aspirations, my ambitions were sky high, but I had the opportunity somewhere here. I felt bad. But because of my consistent and constant learning, life made me to think, after everything, whatever you prepared for, whatever you trained for, but this is the only opportunity you got. Nothing in the vicinity. You better grab it. Don't waste time. I grabbed that opportunity. And to your surprise, it didn't do well. I loved it. But I felt good because I did a good job within my limits. Not that I did an extraordinary job. I did within my best of my effort. I put my best of my efforts. But I was not disappointed with the outcome of the film. It was not a successful cinema. But maybe a few people must have recognized me. And I had one more opportunity knocked on my door. The producer was not a regular producer. And he's not into filmmaking. He was into Arab business. And no way connected with cinema. And he came. I was thinking all through my efforts, with all my philosophy, with my ideology, or with all my thought process, with all my learning, still I'm not able to attract the right opportunity. But still, I went and embraced it. It gave me a ray of hope. It became a little successful. So by then, I was getting, in next 3-4 films, what my growth was like this. For my first film, by the end of the 7th film, it was like this, the graph. So the key is, so that's what Mr. Sharma ji is saying, that's what he's saying, Aduvari Maatalaku Ardhalu Verulu, that's the meaning here. Especially to my Bangladeshi and my Sri Lankan friends, I want to say, to make you understand Aduvari Maatalaku Ardhalu Verulu means, girls mean different. I mean, what they say and what they mean are two different things. I'm sorry, this is not my opinion, please forgive me. This is what the lyricist had written, that's what it means. So it's not my opinion. So, whatever opportunity you're going to get in future, imagine, don't undermine it. With all your best efforts, with all your complete, learning abilities and everything, if something knocked on your door, and please, make sure, be aware, grab that opportunity. Why? You're competing with 1.4 billion people on a day-to-day basis. No matter how small or insignificant the opportunity is, you are privileged and better than the majority. So grab that opportunity, make the most of it. Nothing is a dream job. There is no dream job at all. But let the job which comes into your hand, make it to fulfill your dreams. That's what